Alright, I bought this Lorex camera at Costco. It cost $2.99 on sale. Comes with 6 wired cameras and the DVR type machine with 2 terabyte hard drive. It's 4K with the DVR, night vision. It uses what do I call them? BNC connectors, not the IP with the network cables. It uses BNC. The reason why I got that is because it's cheaper. For $2.99 you get a pretty good deal. Here's another angle of it. The light itself that they give you isn't all that great. The motion works okay. Not, it's like all other motion detectors. Sometimes it picks up really well, sometimes it doesn't. It's got a little siren that you can like toot. If you see somebody there, you can remotely toot it from your phone or whatever. And it comes with 60-foot cable. So there's 6 of those for each camera. Now the thing is, you can buy, this is a Lorex system, but you can buy from Home Depot. They have a product called Zozy, and here's one of the products here. So you get 6 cameras, but you can put 2 more cameras on there. Those are 4K cameras, but I'm not going to pay $120 for a camera. Not when I have 6, and the only reason why I want 8 is because I want the screen to be in full. So Home Depot sells this brand, and they come in 1028 resolution. And here's the actual label for it if you want. And they run about $29. Now they have 4 different types. This is a white one. They have a black one with a different serial number, or a model number actually. And this is the 180 degrees. They make some that are 120, so you might want to check if you're going to order this. Also at Home Depot, they have extended cable, so you get 60 foot, but sometimes you need to go a little further. So they sell these 100-foot cables at Home Depot. You could buy them in 1 or 4 packs. A 4-pack of these cables with these connectors, which you don't really use, but they give them to you. A 4-pack costs $30. So at Home Depot, you're getting really good prices for that. They sell the another adapter if you want a power adapter. They sell on the power adapter. There's a 3-way splitter, so they give you that too. I actually just bought another power adapter off eBay for like $5, and I bought the splitter at Home Depot for like $6, I think, so that we got all 8 cameras instead of just 6. But these supposedly allow you to extend the cable, but you're not going to get much further than 120 feet. You could probably take 2 of the standard wires that you have and combine them and get 120 feet, but after a certain amount of feet, the image doesn't come through. So you can't put a 60 and 100 together and get 160, because I don't think I tried it and I couldn't get the cameras to sync. So it's just too far. So I've been using a lot of the 100-foot ones alone by themselves. All right. So here's some of the items you can buy at Home Depot. Let me get that wire out of the way. All right. Here's the 4-plex cable that you can buy for $30. They come in white and black, so I put both in there. I probably would have chosen the white. I took the black without knowing they had white. And here's the actual camera that I bought. $29.99 for a 1080 camera, and it has a switch on it where you could switch to different modes. All 4 modes work with this system, this BNC Lorex system. It does do 1080, so you set your cameras to 1080 in the app. I'll show you the app in a second. Alright, I'm not sure how good this is going to show up, but this is the actual website that they give you within the device. It's a local website that you can go to when you set it up, and it could show all the camera angles that you have. Right now I got 8 cameras, so it breaks it down into 8 different views. You could change them and stuff. So you could change the views and stuff. That's the live feed. I don't really use this website all that much. I use my phone and my tablet more. This is if you want to get into more of configuration, and if you don't have the ability to have the monitor being viewed, you could also hook up a monitor to the DVR and you can see it directly. Like here's the camera. You can adjust all the brightness and the contrast on each channel, and it shows the image of the camera. You could record continuously, which is what I do on all my cameras, and I actually have the highest resolution, the 4K resolution. You don't have to go that high. You probably save some time on your hard drive. Your hard drive is a 2 terabyte drive, but it does fill up after about 5 or 6 days probably, maybe even more, because I have the 8 camera system now because I bought those 2 extra cameras. But you can do all kinds of stuff in here. I'm not going to show this stuff because there's way too much. This thing's like really nitpicky as far as you can do a lot of stuff with it. So that's the camera. And then you got your events, and you could actually set up the events. You can like here's one camera. You could set it up here. You could filter out certain parts of the region that you don't want recorded. You just change the color, and it won't it record. It just won't sense motion in those areas. So that's pretty cool. There's so many features I can't even go into what to tell you. The only thing I don't like about this system is the password. It goes to it locks the screen after, I think the maximum is like 15 minutes. So you're constantly having to put the password in if you're going to use this type of screen, even on the DVR side. But there's all kinds of settings you could put in here. It's pretty straightforward. The storage is pretty cool, 2 terabytes. On the actual system, you could click this and format the drive. It takes about 2 seconds to format it, and then it's totally clear. See, I have no space right now on the system, but it erases space as it goes along, so it just removes the older videos. And here's the DVR itself, 2 terabyte drive. All the power packs that come with the camera, and then I have it going into the wall, into the garage where the cameras come from. In our house, we got this goofy desk here in the kitchen. Most people put a computer in here, I guess, at one point. I don't think anybody ever used it, but we put a monitor in there instead, and it shows all our channels in the kitchen. You could see all the. It'll do each channel by itself at first, and then it'll show all 8. I got a couple cameras in the garage right now, the 1080s. They're not really doing much. That one we're going to leave because it faces outside, and we get to see if the garage door is open. So now it goes to a 4-plex, and then it'll go to another 4-plex, and then it'll probably go to an 8. Let's see. There's the 8 cameras right there. And here's one of the 1080 cameras we got for $29 at Home Depot. It's the Zosie. Here's the connector that you get, and there's a button on here, and you could switch to 4 different modes. One mode I could notice a difference in the resolution. It was lower, so I kept pushing the button until I found the resolution that was decent. The other 3 modes seem to be really good for 1080. All the other cameras are 4K except for this and another one in the garage. I don't really need high resolution in the garage because it's just going to be checking the door. The other one I don't know where I'm going to put this camera yet. If you notice here too, these are the BNC and the power connector, and they're pretty thick. I got to put them in my soffits and hit them pretty well, but they are kind of bulky. That's the only thing I would say about this is it's kind of bulky. The reason we went with this system is because there's no fees to store it on your local hard drive. On a DVR, I mean, there's like a 2 terabyte drive. So there's no cloud storage fees or anything like that, but you can still access it through your cloud, through your Wi-Fi. So your phone and your tablet, you can see all that. I'll show you that in a minute. Here's one of the cameras installed. I put those big chunky things inside the soffit on this one. And here's the first one I installed. It's got the camera in the soffit as well. I didn't do too many soffits. I started putting them on the side of the house after this. Here's one on the front door. The wires will be hidden after a while. I'll paint them the same color and try to make them look a little neater. This is the one I had trouble with. I couldn't get to this, and this whole side actually of the house, so I had to do something. I'm just going to paint them white, or not white, but the color of the house, and then kind of try to match it and glue it down. But I did put all... Here's where I put the wires, in that crack in the soffit. You can't even see the wire, so for the most part it hides it. Here's another camera I have. It's connected to the side of the wall, but the wires still go into the soffit. I also added this today, motion detector with the light, and it's battery operated. I'm going to see how that works. I'll probably do a video on it if it works well. So far I haven't gotten one to work well, but even though these work at night, it's gray and stuff, and I'd rather have some color sometimes. All right, so this is the app. You could see that it's on a certain day of the week. You could go back and check other days. Here's one that I did this morning. A lot of detections because I was out there all morning. So you just click on one of the times and pictures, and it'll show a few seconds usually before the video starts, the motion starts. That was me. There's a whole bunch of other ones. You can go back to another day. Let's say this one here, and this is at night. This one was a false alarm. I think because there was something on the screen or something, but usually it's pretty clean. And you could go back, and the cool thing about this is you can click one of them, and you could go back a couple of days and actually play the whole video if you want, or a certain time you could move the lever back and forth, and it'll change the time of the day. The reason when we went with this system, it's a wired system instead of wireless, is because even if you have wireless, you still got to have power going to the cameras, unless you're going to go up on a ladder and change the battery every like 3 months or so. Also, BJ's has a system similar to this. It's just a 4-camera model for I think $249 this month. If you want to go look at that, that's $249. Costco has mine that has 8-camera ability, but it comes at 6 for $299. I don't know if that's still on though.